Hello Sydney, this is Dennis coming to you from China.
I want to ask you how you feel about the coronavirus situation since you are living in Nanjing right now.
There's a lot of people that are still very scary about it.
It's obligatory to wear a mask for everybody, no matter if you are Chinese or Laowai, that means foreigner.
Everyone's staying in, and it literally just seems that anybody that's out is really just out to get a bit of fresh air, but it's really, really rare to see people out.
Hello everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Let me catch you up really quick at what's happening. My name is Sydney and I'm an English teacher in China. Currently I'm not in China, I'm in the States due to the coronavirus outbreak, and that is why I'm here talking today. It has actually taken me 3 weeks to film this video, and it is because I wanted to make sure that I had all the current and up-to-date information I could present to you guys, as well as I wanted to update you with interviews from my friends, as you saw from the beginning of this video. So basically, I'm gonna show you guys that and also talk about what I'm going through being on the other side of the spectrum. So first, I want to shout out my friends who have made this video complete and possible, and those 3 people are Denis, David, and Dani. They all happen to start with the letter D, which is kind of funny. But anyways, I think that they will give you a new perspective on what's happening real time because they are in Nanjing, China right now. And if you didn't know or watch in my previous videos, I was living in Nanjing, which that's the city I was in. And I'm gonna put a picture right here. I just wanna show you before we go into the interviews that Wuhan, which is the site of the coronavirus outbreak, is right there. I will show you. And Nanjing is about a 3-hour, 2.5-hour train ride away from Wuhan. So it's the province next to the Hubei. And I hope that that will give you information to kind of what's different between Wuhan and Nanjing and what's happening, because Wuhan is obviously the source and Nanjing is outside of that, but yet it's still also, it's in China. I just want to get into the first interview straight away because I think my friend David had a lot of great things to say. So let's start with that. Let's go. So you are currently living in Nanjing, China, and you're not technically on the Wuhan lockdown, but I wanted to ask you if you're still self-quarantining.
Yeah, we're taking all the precautionary measures and staying as much as possible, but we are able to go out and sort of go to the shop, buy some milk, bread, get the normal goods. All the stock in the shops is really good. Being it's really easy to just still buy stuff here. So other than going to the shop and maybe collecting some things which have been purchased online, really been staying in, but occasionally going out to get some fresh air.
And do you find that there's a lot of people on the streets or still not a lot of people?
Because everywhere's closed,
yeah.
And there's really not a lot to do. Everyone's staying in, and it literally just seems that anybody that's out is really just out to get a bit of fresh air, but it's really, really rare to see people out.
How do you feel about the situation being there? Are you scared? Are you nervous? Are you fine? Are you
Yeah, I feel like there's 2 sides. There's the side in Wuhan and there's the side outside of Wuhan. And I think the side in Wuhan is really serious. Really serious situation, but outside it seems to be less serious. So for example, here in Nanjing, there's as of yesterday, the 9th of February, 75 people that had been confirmed cases of coronavirus in a city of 8 million people. So it's kind of small here, but then in Wuhan the situation is a lot different. So my concern really is that as people travel back to work and back to the big cities to return to work, what that means for the virus. But I'm pretty calm about it. But of course, everyone needs to just take the right measures to keep themselves and everybody else safe.
My last question is, because I think a lot of people are interested in how people are like filling their time and their days during their self-quarantine, I guess. Yeah, what do you do like during the day to keep yourself occupied?
It's been a great opportunity to do everything that you want to do that you could never say you could do because you had no time. So reading books, watching films, watching TV series and programs, and yeah, just doing stuff that you weren't able to do because work took up so much time. So trying to keep occupied with that. Obviously, it gets kind of boring because I live on my own, eating on my own, and spending so much time on my own. That's kind of boring. But then, yeah, it's balanced by having books and books to read, TV to watch, and Harry Potter films to catch up on.
You really get to know yourself, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully that's a good thing. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for answering my questions. I really do hope that it gets better over there soon and that you can go outside more.
Thank you, Sydney.
So in the case of my friend David, he is solo in his apartment right now. So he doesn't have any like buddies to talk to. So when he was talking about, you know, kind of figuring out how he's gonna spend his time, yeah, can be draining. I mean, I can't relate right now. I really can't. I do want to say though that I did a 2-week self-quarantine right when I arrived back in the States, just to, you know, precautionary, just to make sure that I didn't want to be the one to spread anything, so I just wanted to be extra cautious about that. But, you know, I could see how somebody could kind of start going like crazy in that sense, just because you don't know what to do with yourself. You're with yourself 24/7. You can't talk to really anybody else. I mean, yes, like we are able to talk on the phone and stuff, and he's able to talk to his family, but you can kind of see where that like social interaction in real life can kind of be lost. So next I want to jump right into what my friend Denis had to say. He actually did a kind of vlog format in his own, and he sent me little snippets of him walking around outside, what he was doing on his everyday kind of routine almost.
Hello Sydney, this is Denis coming to you from China. Are you ready? Let's go! Right now, look like a scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Alright, so let me show you something, alright? So, do you see this tent and those dudes? So, if you want to enter this building, or that building, or even this building and that building, so this is the place where I live. So you need to cross to go through this gate, alright? And these dudes, they check your temperature. So if it's okay, they'll let you go. If not, probably they will call the guys. They will pick you up back to hospital. So yes, this is the only way to enter the community, to all this community, the only, right? So this is how we fight with this epidemic outbreak, and this is like not a typical like thing. This is not for only one community. So all these communities, even including these communities, this is actually where Sydney lives or used to live, right? They also have like a separate like entrance. Most of the people are staying at home. That means they do not use cars, and all the manufacturers are stopped. And that means the air quality right now is much way better than before. So it's great. Here, what do we have? We have the basic recommendation, how to protect yourself from the infection, right? What to do. And it describes the symptoms of this, of this disease. So if you know Chinese, you can guess, you can like read. So, but if you don't know Chinese, you can just guess according to the pictures. And look at this, all the restaurants, they are off. They do not work, except for the shop. This shop and that shop over there. So they don't work. Next thing is that all the parks are blocked like this, okay? All the entrances are blocked, so you cannot enter. Yeah, it's a big pity. By the way, if you are not wearing a mask, if you are not doing it, you will be charged. Yeah, so probably even there will be a record. So if you don't want to have problems, just put on this, alright? By the way, the prices for any types of masks, the rise, yeah, they're quite high. But again, the government trying to regulate this price, and they catch you, you will be charged, and you have to pay like lots of money. So don't do this, okay? Okay, look at this. So as I told you, almost all the communities are blocked like this, so we cannot enter, and the shops are down. Nothing works, almost nothing, especially everything what is connected with food, yeah, is closed. All right, so this is the railway station. So as you can see, nobody. Now it's supposed to be a rush time because it's 1:30, but still nobody. Absolutely.
Thank you, Dennis, for those clips. I really think that helped explain a lot of what's happening right now. I do want to touch briefly about the masks and the rise of the masks. The price, I mean, it's crazy how it could be like wiped out of a city right now, and the lack of masks is actually, it's becoming insane right now that people are like hoarding masks, and Dennis kind of talks about that. I think this leads into the financial aspect that I wanted to touch on in this video, and that is because right now, because everything is standstill, there's no shops running at the moment. I think next week is the earliest that places are opening, but when I'm talking about this is that for all of us teachers, all of us expats that were living in China, we have not received our salary. Okay, so just imagine people are living in China right now, like my friends Dennis and David, and they haven't received their salary for last month, and we haven't received anything for this month obviously yet either. But they are living off of the money that they currently had, and everybody's situation is obviously different. Some people have been there for longer, some people have been there for shorter. In my case, I had only been there for 2 months, so I don't have that much saved up. If I was in China right now, I would probably be eating ramen noodles pretty much every day because that's all I could afford. So everybody's situation is different, but I just want to point that out, that like financially right now, we all are kind of in a limbo state, and we haven't received that security that we're looking for. Yes, granted, we physically can't get that money because banks aren't open, so that money is just not being deposited or handed out to us right now. But that is one of the problems we are facing these days, and I know a lot of expats are going through this right now, and we're all just kind of like, okay, we're gonna hold in there and we're gonna be strong. But you know, some people, we gotta pay bills, we gotta pay our student loans, you know, money is part of the job, and so that's just the reality of it. But we're hoping that in the next couple weeks that gets kind of resolved. So the last interview I am going to give you guys is my friend Dani, and he is also living in Nanjing. He has some really great insight, and he has a unique situation on where he actually was trying to get out of China and leave and go home, and he wasn't able to do that. So keep watching and you're gonna find out why. Hello, Dani. So I have a couple questions for you. I want to ask you how you feel about the coronavirus situation since you are living in Nanjing right now.
Well, there's a lot of people that's still very scary about it. Like, most of the Chinese people don't want to go out for any reason. A lot of restaurants are closed. So in most of the apartment complexes, I'm not letting people come in, like any strangers, like delivery guys, they cannot come in. So if you want to order some food, you have to go out to the gates. And in my case, my apartment complex has 6 exits, and I have to go to the farthest one to get anything if I order something, so we stopped doing that. But the situation is that nobody wants to go out. Everything is getting closed. And there's not a lot of people like out. you can still see some people going out like normal people, but it's not like usual. So yeah, that's what's going on right now so far.
Yeah, do you feel like scared at all or nervous? Like just living your everyday life and stuff?
Nervous or scared? Well, not yet. Not yet, to be honest. Not in my case. The only thing that worries me a little bit is about our jobs, because, and the thing is that we're trying to. We have bills to pay, and we're not working, so we don't have any income right now. But that's the only thing. So far, we do have, with me and my roommate, we still have like money to just be here for a while without any problems. But still, that's the only thing that worries us. And yeah, I mean, that's the only thing. To getting infected or something like that, not really. We just stay at home most of the time. We try not to go out very much because, well, it's a little bit not dangerous. We don't want to risk it. So yeah, we'd rather stay at home most of the time, watch TV or movies or something like that.
Yeah. So did you ever think like that you wanted to go home maybe, or that you wanted to get a flight home? Or have you always said that you want to like wait it out there and stay through it?
So my plan at the beginning of, before everything started to go this bad, I was planning to stay here. But like family and friends, they just call you and say, yo, you just better be home. It's better to be in your country. Nothing's happening here yet, so you will be safe and everything. So I actually got convinced by my family to just go back. I actually bought some flight tickets to go back to Colombia on the 7th of February. But around the 2nd or 3rd, the U.S. government just released a press conference saying that no foreigners are allowed to go to the United States, any for transfer or anything. And I had a flight connection in Dallas, and from Dallas to Colombia. So I had to cancel my flight tickets, and I tried to just buy my tickets again through another airline. But like a day or 2 days after that, the other airlines that I can take, like Air France or Lufthansa, they also decided not to just have any flights coming in or out from China. And so my third option was going through like Switzerland or Sweden Airlines, but it was very, very expensive to do. So I just decided to stay here because it's a little bit, it's cheaper, and it's better for me right now.
For you, you were talking earlier with me about how your apartment and your housing has taken precautions, like when you come into the apartment and out.
Yeah, so like I said, when everything started, the first thing they started doing is they stopped letting in the delivery guys to the apartment complex because and then a few days after that, they actually stopped letting people coming in, like any stranger. Then they just closed, like not even the people that live in the apartment complex can go through those gates except one. So, and from that entrance, they're just taking your temperature and asking you where you're coming from and what's your apartment address, like which one is your building and what number is your apartment, because they want to make sure that we're like not to get the virus spread out in their community.
Well, thank you for hopping on this call with me. It was very helpful. I hope that it gets better in the next coming weeks, and I hope we kind of all, get some clarity, because I think we're all just looking at the unknown and we need some clarity, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that was from Dani. Thanks again, Dani, for sitting through that interview with me. The last thing I have to talk to you guys about is my current job status and like the update on that situation. So I do have a job still. Yes, I haven't been paid yet, but they are still, basically all of the teachers at my company are still the teachers, right? So what's gonna happen is after March 9th is when public schools are supposed to open. And after March 9th, we are going to see, my school is going to see 2 weeks later if we can start regular classes. Now, for a lot of people, they are coming from different countries or they went home. I guess we're all kind of supposed to like migrate back to China. The problem with my situation is that no planes are running out of the US to China. And if they are like going to Japan or another country, it's super expensive. And my current situation is that because I have not received my salary, because I'm paying 3 months rent on an apartment I'm not living in China, I don't really have a lot of money. So if I have to make the trek back to China, it's a one-way kind of thing. Like I need to be 150% that it's gonna work out from that point on, because I cannot afford to go there and then have something happen and have to come back, if that makes sense. So right now I'm kind of in that predicament. But other than that, my company has been super supportive and been very good about communicating with us what's happening. They literally like want us to come back, and I think all of us really want to come back as well. It's just everybody's special situations that, you know, I hope that we all kind of come together at a certain point. But until then, we are just sitting still and, you know, hoping for the best. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that that helped, I don't know, update you in any kind of way. My friends, again, thank you to Denis, Dani, and David, the 3 Ds, for helping me make this video complete and giving me everybody the insight into China's current situation with the outbreak. I still am, you know, gonna do my best here to stay positive and stay positive for everyone in China. And, you know, I hope that I can go back soon. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I would love your support here. If you would like to like this video, I would appreciate it. And I will see you in the next video. I don't know what that's gonna be. But thanks for watching. Okay, bye.
Oh yeah, yummy yummy dinner. Hey, right? How to switch the camera? Damn. Can I do this?